What's going on, guys? It's John here from RPO Bay Hockey to give you my prediction for the opening night lineup for the Vancouver Canucks for the 2019-2020 season. So if you are here, please subscribe to the channel, drop a like. I'm going to give you my forward predictions, my defense, the goaltending for the Canucks. Let's talk about the power play, overtime situations, a little bit about the penalty kill. So let's get right into the forward group. So the forward group for the Vancouver Canucks, Ferland, Pettersson, Boeser on your top line. They signed Ferland and traded for JT Miller. Before they signed Ferland, I was looking at JT Miller and I was like, wow, that's going to be a very good top line. But I think JT Miller will fit better on the second line with Bo Horvat and Tanner Pearson. And just to tell you a little why, I think Ferland will provide more of that hard-hitting, big forward on the wing, where JT Miller can do some of that, but he's more of a player that can get that playmaking ability, score a couple more goals possibly. So I think that just fits better with a guy like Bo Horvat, trying to set up a guy like Bo Horvat for potentially 25, 30 goals, and where Ferland, you have enough of that chemistry going back and forth with Pettersson and Boeser. Ferland can definitely complement that, but also can get the forecheck going, and I'm just throwing an example there. If you look at the Toronto Maple Leafs, it can be a lot of what you saw with Tavares Marner last year, and see a guy like Zach Hyman hard on the forecheck. I think Ferland can do that in possibly a better role. So I really like that top line in that sense. And then the second line, like I said, JT Miller and Tanner Pearson. You saw the connection and chemistry of Tanner Pearson and Horvat last year, getting JT Miller on that right wing. He's very versatile, and that's another thing to like about JT Miller. He can play all three forward positions, and you get him in on that right wing, and I think that's a very solid top six for the Canucks. The third line of Baertschi, Gaudette, and Virtanen. Virtanen, we've heard some rumors he could get traded. We've heard some rumors that Baertschi could get traded. I think Gaudette, with his development, will fit in on the third line, and if those two guys stay with the Canucks, you could see them on those third lines. I think both those players, if they are there, will crack the bottom six. So I think Roussel is going to be there as well. If Baertschi gets traded, you could see him go up. He had a pretty good season when he was on, and Jay Beagle there and Tyler Mott. So I like the bottom six for the Canucks. Maybe some improvements, but they also have some other situations to worry about, and that's cap space and a couple players that I don't even have in this lineup right now, and that's Eriksson or Sutter. So Eriksson, $6 million cap hit for 3 years left. Sutter, just over $4 million, 2 years left. So comparing the two, obviously Sutter would be easier to trade, and they would have to consider maybe retaining some cap on either one. My extra forwards right now are Levo and Schaller. Schaller's another cap hit you could possibly trade, $1.9 million. If you see him on the outside, you have other players coming up, that could be a piece you trade out. So I think the Canucks here have some options, but if I go look at the defense group, and we'll talk about other things about the defense group, but there is a player that they could trade. And you look at the top pair, Edler, Stetcher, I like that pairing. I think it kind of, if you look at the top four, I think that makes more sense, not only for the fit of Edler and Stetcher playing together, but the better fit of what the second pairing comes with, and that's Quinn Hughes and Tyler Myers. Quinn Hughes, the Hughes brothers, Quinn, Jack, Luke, they are amazing skaters, and they are known for their skating abilities. Quinn Hughes partnered up with Tyler Myers. Yes, Tyler Myers is not the best skater, and Quinn Hughes might have to help him out in that sense, but in the defensive zone, Tyler Myers can focus on the bigger matchups, on the physicality part of that partnership. But Quinn Hughes, when they are in the neutral zone and offensive zone, and even on the breakout, Quinn Hughes can do what he does best and skate, create, and break out. And I think that's what Quinn Hughes is going to strive with in that partnership, in that defense partnership. So I like that duo a lot, closing out the top four. And then your third pairing, Jordy Ben and Chris Tanev. And that's the guy I'm talking about that could be traded. That cap hit could be moved out for assets and also create the cap space for Brock Boeser. So Tanev, I like him a lot, but he has had some injury problems, and I think some teams will still look at him as a top four defenseman. I wonder if the Toronto Maple Leafs revisit that, and they don't have cap space themselves, but it feels like the Tanev trade rumors have been going on for years now. So Chris Tanev, I wonder if he gets moved. They have Fantenberg there as their extra defenseman. Alex Biega's waiting in the wings, and yeah, so they have options. And I think if you look at your goaltending, if Markstrom can do what he did last year, if Demko can still develop some more, you have a duo there. Markstrom will obviously be your guy to open up the season. So I think the Canucks still have holes. They have the uncertainty in net, but if Markstrom can do what he does, they obviously don't have a star defenseman right now. Hughes can obviously become that. Edler is not what he once was. Stetcher's an underrated piece in the top four. Tyler Myers could have been more overpaid, but $6 million isn't the worst thing ever. So a decent top 4, and if Chris Tanev stays, that's a pretty good top 6. So I like what the Vancouver Canucks are doing. I like the potential for them. Let me know if we're talking about just power play, penalty kill quick. I think for your power play, you're going to see Pettersson, Besser, possibly even a guy like, I think Virtanen's going to see somewhat a power play role, whether it's the first or second unit. I think Tanner Pearson's going to be there. So I would say probably a top unit will be Pettersson, Besser, JT Miller, Bo Horvat, and either Quinn Hughes or Edler. I think Edler could be there, and then maybe the second unit of Hughes. Virtanen's there, Pearson, Baertschi potentially. So I like the Canucks for their power play. Their penalty kill will be a couple players. I think Ferland could be there. JT Miller, we've seen in the past kill penalties. I'm not sure if that's really the direction the Vancouver Canucks want to go in. I think some of their bottom 6 players is where you're really going to see the penalty kill time, whether it's a guy like Jay Beagle or Antoine Roussel. Tim Schaller can kill penalties if he's in the lineup. So that would be your penalty kill and power play. That would be your special teams. So let me know any changes you'd want to make to this lineup. Any comments just on the video or the channel, let me know in the comment section. Please do subscribe. So close to 8K as I make this video. Could be past it already. Who knows? Definitely drop a like. Every like counts. This was John from Hockey. Have a good one. Peace out.